What's up, guys? Going over another video, the second video in Georgia. I know my room's still a mess. I bought some shelves, some cubicle shelves for my vinyl and shit, and I've just been unmotivated to build them since I've been out of a turntable for almost like over 2 months about now. So just been unmotivated to build anything. I got this long fucking thing of shelves, but it's a bit sketchy because the longer it is, the heavier it gets, the more chances it's just gonna fucking collapse or some shit. So I'm trying to avoid that. Obviously, I put the ones I put on, because there's like two main shelves that are built into it, and then there's two others that I put on like myself. Obviously, I put less on those, but yeah. Before I get into this video, obviously a little update. I started work today for my new job, and here in Georgia. Um, it's the same idea of what I did before, except there's more money and more opportunity to move up. So that's pretty cool. As you guys know, or some of you know, I worked at a fucking head shop in South Florida before I moved, and that shit was cool. I mean, it would have been a good second job like it was intended for when I originally got it, because I had a primary main job, but I lost that, and then all I had was that for a while since I couldn't find another, better job, but which is part of the reason I'm in Georgia right now, but what was I gonna say? That shit was like funny, man. That whole plaza I worked in, it wasn't really a good plaza. You'd hear about people getting like shot by police because they were waving guns or whatever. I mean, it wasn't the worst plaza in the world, but you definitely had some characters that like, I always tell people there's like a Jay and Silent Bob of the plaza. Obviously, those like old stoner movies, but there's a Jay and Silent Bob of the plaza, and to describe them, it was probably this like late 40s white dude. He always wore like an Iron Cross beanie, and I thought he was homeless for a while, but I guess his dad owns one of those businesses, and he partly like makes signs or some shit. And then there's this African dude who was in his 30s, and the reason I say he's African because just them being friends was like the most odd like bunch. Like, you would never suspect them fucking just like, basically, like I said, they were the Jay and Silent Bob at the plaza. So they would just be smoking and drinking, the fucking outside the head shop like every day. There used to be a bar in the plaza, so they'd be drunk there, but that shit closed down. So yeah, it was just these two guys, and they would always be drinking and smoking outside the plaza and just being stupid, blasting music and stuff. They're pretty cool, I mean, but it was a whole ass meme in that fucking plaza, man. And like, I don't know, it's just like, it was just a shit job, I mean, I took what I can get for the time being. But anyway, so what we're going over today, so this isn't going over any vinyl, and I'm showing I am showing this Moonblood box set that I've had for about a year and a half now. Lunar Chronicles, that's upside down. Lunar Chronicles, there's 666, there's a sheet that says that. I think I have like 107 or something like that, but yeah, it's a really sexy box set. I mean, you got the holographic UV fence art on it. Obviously, Darkness Shall Rise puts in a lot of effort in their tape box sets and really all their product. I remember they made a picture disc of Amen, like pre-Deicide era. I wish I got that. I'm pretty sure it was Darkness Shall Rise at least. And yeah, they just make a lot of cool shit. Like, I recently saw the Abigor box set, which I'm not heavy into Abigor, but after seeing that box set, I'm like, damn, I wish I was into them more. But I remember they said out now, but I think by then it was already sold out. So I'm like, what's the point even of saying it's out now? But anyway, it was fucking really nice, fucking picture discs and shit. I personally love picture discs. I've never had a problem with them. And like, I've had more low-end turntables for pretty much the whole time I've been collecting. I've been collecting obviously for like 3.5 years now. But yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem with picture discs. There's always a picture disc for something like that I'd want. It's like yeah, I'd always probably get the picture disc over anything else. But anyway, so we'll get started on this. So show you guys the cover again. You got some art right here as well. Like I said, they put in a lot of thought into this, like they do all their products. Right there, just put everything on my bed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on the, oh, there is something on the back though, which is pretty cool. Got a little pentagram action going. I mean, it's black metal after all, and classic fucking Moonblood. So yeah, first off, I believe there's the sheet with the number of how many copies there are, and then there's some posters. We'll just go in order of how it's packed in. So we got this poster. I hung it up in my last place. Really cool stuff. Got the two members right there, and then you got, what is it, Blunt and Craig right here. Real cool stuff. Yeah, pretty fucking nice poster. I'm gonna hang up some posters eventually. I mean, like I said, I hate how naked these walls are. Like I said, I've been unmotivated, man. Not having a turntable, like that's my fucking hobby, you know. And also my tape player started tweaking out too. So it's just like, goddamn. I've only been listening to fucking YouTube Premium and Apple Music, which, you know, it doesn't fucking hit the same. What's next? So I think this is the sheet with the, no, I think this is a flyer. Another poster type thing. Got that right there. More pentagram action. Some more art. I don't know what that says. What is it? Lyrics or manifestos maybe or something? Looks like some lyrics, I think. Too lazy to read it. Here we go. Now here's the sheet of, get this out. Sheet of, here's the art first. Yeah, like I said, really cool art. I mean, it's fucking Moonblood. They've always had really cool art. Yeah, then you got all the demos right here that it comes with. You got a self-titled, Nosferatu. Yeah, so the first demo came out in 94, and I have 107 out of 666. I mean, it should be 107. It looks like 704, but, oh, it's 104. My fault, not 107, but it looks like 704, but, it's 104, obviously. That would make sense otherwise. Looks like I packed this in while I was moving on accident. That's from New Era, the Pest record. I got that ASAP. I'm like, I'm not missing out on the Pest record. That shit's fucking fire. One of my friends from Australia, he was at Steelfest, like 2023, and they've obviously played Pest in its entirety, and they're never going to play that again. So, and he accidentally stayed at the same hotel as Werewolf. I mean, he didn't know he was doing that. He was all like, yeah, Werewolf was getting trashed as fuck every night. And like, I think he was playing at least the Pest set the fourth night, so the last night, and, he was like, yeah, he was just getting belligerently trashed every night. Like, could not even walk to his hotel room, which isn't surprising. I mean, it's not like he tries to hide his alcoholism. It's part of his, somewhat part of his persona. But yeah, he managed to get his Pest record signed by him. I'm like, that's fucking lit, dude. Like, fucking lucky. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Steelfest is a dream fest for me. I'd like to go one day, but I'd have to be a little more established for something like that. But anyway, we got another poster. This is obviously the Moonblood side with Deathspell Omega, which that would have been cool if it came with Deathspell Omega side, but you know, it's a Moonblood box. And then you got the infamous Blowing Fire. And I think I've made this observation. I don't think I've ever been to a black metal show with them like blowing fire like this, which is really disappointing. I'm sure they do it more on festivals and stuff, especially since it's outside. And obviously a lot of these venues, especially where I was in South Florida like that, yeah, I wouldn't fly with them. But, you know, I wish I could see it. I'm sure I will one day. All right, so now the really fun part. So obviously a lot of these Darkness Shall Rise box sets come with books like this with a bunch of info and interviews and just exclusive pictures and stuff like that. The only other tape box that I have by them is the Dissection one, which when that fucking arrived, bro, that was probably one of the best days of my life. I was overwhelmed with joy when that happened. But here, probably won't show like a lot of them, but try to figure this out. So we got some random pages. I haven't read all of this. I've read a good amount, but I probably have to reread it to really like retain the info. Yeah, a lot of cool shit. There's another tape box that I want by them. It's Reverend Bizarre from Finland, the doom metal band. I think that's still available. It's been out for like probably 3 years by now, but obviously Reverend Bizarre, that's not a lot of doom metals, obviously. Like if it's not like fucking Pentagram or some shit or Cathedral, it's like even Cathedral, it's just not as big as a lot of cult black metal. Not that Moonblood's big, but obviously I would think this would be more wanted than, you know, Reverend Bizarre, even though they're fucking, that's S-tier doom metal, but you get the idea. Some cool exclusive pics. Well, I don't know if these are exclusive, but I think some of them are. Real cool stuff right there. Some flyers. Yeah, this thing is just fucking amazing to look at. And the Dissection one too is fucking awesome. Exclusive pics of Yoon and all the lineup from the 90s, and then with Set on Ryan Chaos or Ryan Chaos era, post-prison era. Yeah, I gotta read through these again, man. They're pretty fascinating stuff. Yeah, some interviews, I believe. I've read some of these interviews. Yeah, more shit. Yeah, these are pretty hefty booklets too. Like, I wonder if it says how many pages. I don't know, but good amount, man. At least a good 100 something, I would think. Show you guys a little more. Yeah, the two members. Now I want to get some Totenberg too. I forgot which member obviously played guitars for them, but really want to get some Totenberg material. They're really good. One one of the really good German bands. Speaking of German bands, I saw a Catharsis LP on House Headbanger that I want to get more to stack up my German black metal collection. Yeah, you guys get the idea. Super nice booklet, super sturdy, obviously a hardback as you can see. Lunar Chronicles. What is this, UV Hollow? No, not really, but still pretty badass. Yeah, really fucking sexy. So now the best part, obviously, the cassette part that I'm showing you guys. So all the cassettes are black, obviously. It's black metal, but the dissection one, though, they all come colored, which I thought was pretty cool. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you know, all black. So I probably won't show the cassettes, but I'll show the little paper end. So first off, I think this is a compilation cassette that was exclusive for this, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's just a CD, because there's a CD version of this too that I'll get to, but it's called Lunar Passion and Sunbury Blood. Obviously, I'll take it out for you guys. So yeah. I forgot. I think this is a compilation, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it said it was exclusive to it, but who knows, man. Yeah, I got some Celtic Cross. And got the lyrics on the back. Yeah, real cool stuff. This is very sturdy paper. It doesn't rip easy, so definitely put a lot of thought in that. Next, it's a Dusk Worat, if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh shit. Oh, for a second I thought I wasn't playing for a second. I was like, oh shit, did I not start it? Show you guys that. I forgot. So I know Moonblood released some material like after the early 2000s. What was it, like 2015 or something? They released like a couple EPs or maybe one EP. I don't know if this is it. I probably should have looked beforehand, but I know they released some shit in like the mid 2010s, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot if it was this. But I remember when I listened, I'm like, this is just almost as good as, you know, their early fucking shit. You got the lyrics, this. Real cool stuff. Yeah, Moonblood cannot do any fucking harm, man. What else? All right, so now we got, what is it? Their second full-length, Taste German Steel, with, I think, the superior artwork. To anyone who got that Moonblood box set, what year did it come out? Like 2015. It comes with like a picture disc of Taste German Steel with this cover. Oh my god, y'all are fucking lucky, man. I wasn't into black metal then. I was fucking graduating high school then. That was actually a phase of me that I wasn't listening to metal. Like, I grew up on metal, and I was sick of being an outcast, to put it to shorts, and tried to be something I wasn't, because I was like very insecure growing up. But besides the point, there's no way I would have known better, because I was listening to other music, and I didn't collect music then. I collected CDs when I was a kid, and not to get off topic, but I always did want to collect vinyl and tapes and all that, but I had a feeling I'd be super irresponsible with it, like, which is exactly what fucking happened, but I still don't regret shit. But yeah, that's how I never would have known better, you know. I think also about shows that happened like 2016, especially the US Goat Moon show. I'm pretty sure it was the only time Goat Moon played in the US. I have mutuals that went to that, and some of them are around my age, like maybe a year or two older, but it's like, that happened in 16, and then, you know, Vothana played on that venue like a day before Goat Moon did, and I'm just like, damn, like, I was an adult by then. I was already out of high school, so I was a fully capable adult that I could have gone to that, but of course I wasn't into the scene at that time, so it's like, god damn it. But hey man, you live, you learn. I'm sure I'll get some opportunities to see a lot of my favorite bands one day. So you got obviously, this is based on like an early or late 90s video game or something like that. I remember I posted this on Instagram of saying I like this cover better, and one dude messaged me. He's cool. I'm not like putting him like in a negative connotation, but he's like, I'm surprised you think that. I really disagree, and that's the right way. And I was like, yeah, I like it. It's just, to me, it's very more authentic, and I feel like the vinyl reissue, I don't know, like I have it literally right here, actually. I'll show you guys. I can like see it right now, but I feel like I like, even if like an 90s metal album is kind of like cheesy or something, if it came out in the 80s or 90s or whatever, I'd rather the authenticity of that, than it being like modernized to like fit something, you know? Whether, you know, it could be the album cover, the sound, the production. I like everything that resembles the past. So I love getting high off nostalgia. So seeing like an album cover like this doesn't bother me, obviously. I mean, even if I did think it was shitty, I mean, I'd still want it that way. But I think this is pretty cool for it being based on some like old video game. Here, I'll show you guys. So obviously a lot of y'all have probably seen this, but yeah, this is the vinyl pressing. I don't know if I haven't done my research that much, but I'm not sure if that picture disc with the Moonblood vinyl set came out, and then this was the pressing after that. That was like the first pressing since like whatever, and then they started pressing it more again. Like they said, Moonblood would never be pressed. When they did, they made that box set, and then I think this was pressed. Not this exact pressing, but they started doing it with this cover. I think that's how it went, but I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure the only vinyl edition you can get with the cassette cover was from that box set. And then they basically just started doing this, is what I'm saying. And it's not bad or anything. Like, this is some cool art, too. And Iron Bonehead obviously has a cool logo. But I don't know. I'd much rather prefer that one for sure. But onwards. Oh, now we got their first full length. Yeah, this is completely out of order. But besides the point, Blutt and Craig, the debut full length after numerous demos. Oh yeah, and then you obviously have a different cover than this one. But for this full length, I like both just as much. Obviously, I'm a massive Othana fan, as you can see, and I love how Action Now Assured Future is very influenced by the vinyl edition of this cover. Pretty fucking epic, if you ask me. I'm not sure what the first press tape did. I think it was this, honestly. Like, I think all this tape set is all just like the original like covers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it was just the vinyl that had the other cover, now that I'm thinking of it. But right there, what is it? These are the lyrics right here. Yeah, like I said, for Blutt and Craig, I like both covers quite a bit. Here, I'll give you guys a better view on this. Got the two members, got them by a little cross grave. What's that even fucking say? Jesus wept, I think that's what it says, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really like this cover too, honestly. Totally get that on a shirt. I'm honestly mad at myself. I don't have any Moonblood shirts, but honestly, I don't have a lot of shirts by a lot of bands I like, honestly. For how much tapes and vinyl I buy, it's like and how much money I make, or I was before. Hopefully that'll change, or only I can make a change. But it's like I could only get shirts so often, you know. I don't want to fucking buy shirts every fucking check or every other check and buy vinyl with it, you know. It's just too much. But eventually that won't be the case. All right, next up, if I can get this shit out, we got the Unholy. This might be the one that here, I'll show you guys the cassette first. Got that glare though. It's getting fucking hot in here, man. Let's see, the Unholy. This one's got real cool art. I don't think I've seen this one in a while. Got a nice little Baphomet. And you got the lyrics on this cool layout. Real fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know if this was the one. I think this one came out in the 90s too. I can't remember which one came out in 2015. I think it might have been this one, actually. I don't fucking know, but either way, it's all fucking good. It's fucking Moonblood. Oh, fuck, sweating balls here. We got a fair amount of tapes that we got like 7 tapes left. Now we got a studio session that was September 15th to the 17th in 1995. We got a pentagram right there, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you got the epic photo shoot. Got what, like 5 tracks. Yeah. Pretty cool. Show you guys the back. Oh, you got some other pictures right there. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I would love to fucking at least be able to blast some tapes. But honestly, the tape player I had was sketchy anyway. Like, it made a lot of like uncomfortable sounds, so it's probably best it breaks. It did break one of my tapes, so probably best I don't use it anymore, because I have a couple first press tapes I would hate to see break. So what's next? Oh, now we got the not the OG, but like the first Moonblood demo ever titled Moonblood. Yeah, this shit's really raw. When I first heard it, obviously it's one of those really raw fucking black metal demos that you might have to listen to a good 5 times to really appreciate it. But nonetheless, it's a super classic. Moonblood, first demo. And how many tracks are there? Yeah, there's 10 tracks. Good amount. Oh, there's an intro now, or there's an outro. I haven't listened to these in a little while, so. Yeah, honestly, like, I only have a couple Moonblood vinyl, but they're definitely the type of band that, even though I have a bunch of tapes by them now, like, I would totally still get the vinyl because Moonblood just has it like that. Next up, we got the Moonblood side with the split with Dustspell Omega. That's one of the reasoning why people say Moonblood's a Nazi band, but, you know, it's a bit silly, obviously. Show you guys a better cover. Oh, looks like there's some scratches on this. Probably one of my stupid cats. This guy's cover. Obviously, the Butt and Craig vinyl reissue comes with this split too, which I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's pretty cool, but honestly, if I ever found a first press with the Dustspell Omega side, I would 100% get it. I have a mutual who recently got that. I think he spent like a few hundred or something, which isn't that bad. We got some cool. This one's kind of gray instead of black and white, which I think is pretty cool. It's upside down. No, it's right side up. There. Yeah, this is pretty nice. I'm always like a sucker for cool color schemes. You know, I used to pursue art and draw and stuff like that. And I feel like even when I started drawing at 22 from scratch, like I was fucking awful. I had no idea what I was doing. But for some reason, I always knew how to make colors go good together. Like I remember one of my tattoo artists would say that. I'd have like friends say that all the time. I can just make colors go good together. Like even if it was super colorful, I put them all together really good. So that's why I appreciate like just simple color schemes like that. More useless info. Here, I'll make it another video. All right, we're finishing up. Got 4 more tapes and then an exclusive CD. So next, we're gonna go over probably one of my favorite demos, and it's probably one of their more popular demos for good reason. What is it called? I always forget. The Winter Falls Over Land. Obviously, this is one of their best fucking demos. This shit's fucking bangs, man. The art's more simpler, but obviously Moonblood has just like a legendary logo, so you can't go wrong with just having the logo. Oh yeah, now that I remember, this is more like a poster actually. Although I personally wouldn't use it. I would just keep it in the tape. It would bother me not having the art in the tape, but I mean, it's kind of like a poster. I mean, it seems like it here. Or maybe it's just the tape, but they just did a little more to it. Yeah, that's why it's one of their best demos, since they did all this with it, right? Try to get it better. Yeah, some cool shoot right there. The logo. You got the track listings right there. That's it right there. Get the idea. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, this demo, I remember when I first heard it, I was just like, God damn, this band can do no fucking wrong. Like, insane. It's really good, honestly. I remember, well, I don't remember, but I heard people say, you know, Moonblood would never make presses of their stuff ever again besides the first presses. I mean, thank baby fucking Jesus they did, man. I would hate to just only be able to listen to them on YouTube or something. Or now Apple Music, somehow they got added. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess it makes it more convenient, but I'm totally for like keeping music more cult. Maybe you have to download it somewhere, just YouTube. I think that's part of the black metal culture. I don't know if because I know some people have put in artists' music on that they didn't approve, but I feel like they've approved it because it wouldn't have stayed on this long. But anyway, I guess that's good. It's more convenient in that sense. Okay, next up we got Siegfried, if I'm saying that right. Siegfried. This is obviously a really good one too. Can't do no wrong with this. Track listings, of course. Got, what is that, a sword and an axe. Some medieval shit. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. That's probably more or less a little more popular than some of them. Next up, I think this is probably their most early popular demo. Maybe popular is not the right word, but one of their more praised ones that's in their first little few demos of their discography for obvious reasons. Because one, Nosferatu, I mean, that's like some cult horror movie shit, and they made it an album cover. So that's already appealing on its own if you like black metal and horror movies. So But yeah, this is definitely a really good demo music-wise as well. I mean, it's not just the hype. I'll give you guys a better look. Nosferatu. Yeah, you got what, like 6 tracks. Another Baphomet. Can never have too many Baphomets in a Moonblood box set, right? That one's pretty fucking nice. Nosferatu. All right, so we got one more tape. This is actually the last one I listened to, and I don't think I listened to it until like over a year later because I don't know. I just didn't. There's really no valid reason. But yeah, the cover makes it feel like very vintage and old school. It just has it written down right there. I don't know if there's a certain reason for that or they just wanted to do that. I have no idea. I guess there's really no, I'll show it anyway. There's really no reason to, but yeah, it just has it's a rehearsal, obviously. What is it? Does it say the year? It says Moonblood rehearsal for demo 3. I think that's what it says. But yeah, I guess that gives it more of an old school appeal, like, you know, when people traded tapes back in the 80s and 90s, which I think that's pretty cool. But maybe that wasn't their intention, I don't know. But yeah, I got this. What else? You got A Land Where the Sky is Black, The Gates of Eternity, obviously that's one of their best. Nightly, Mass, The Winter. Yeah, a lot of cool songs on there, rehearsals. Cool to add to the tape set. Obviously, it's 12 tapes, if you guys didn't know, which I'm sure a lot of you know by now, but 12 tapes. And then we get to the last part, this exclusive CD, which came with a tape too. I think it was like the second tape I showed, if I remember, but of Lunar Passion and Sunbury Darkness. Like I said, I believe this is a compilation LP, but yeah, the CD, oh man, it's beautiful, that's for sure. Here you guys. Right there. I'll show you guys this part 2, or that part 2. Yeah, and then you see a little like indent for the CD, which is pretty fancy, I think. Gives it more leverage, you know, like stack it up everywhere. Here, I'll show you guys another part of it. Yeah, it's not much, I guess, but that right there. And like I said, I already showed you guys the back. I gotta assume some lyrics, right? Yeah, some lyrics. This one's really good though, honestly. It's a bit lengthy too compared to the other ones, but yeah, just a compilation of some really good black metal tracks. Here, but yeah, that's about it. Moonblood Lunar Chronicles, 666 copies. I think there's some in the back. I already showed that. Yeah, I mean, that was another happy day when that arrived. I remember I saw it. I'm just like, man, I can't sleep on that. Fucking, it's amazing. Don't regret shit, you know. I make a lot of bad choices, and maybe that was a bad choice because usually I shouldn't be buying what I buy, but I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't regret shit. But anyway, this is going to go on my YouTube, which is Deathspells_666, and it's going to go on my Instagram and TikTok, which is the Antichrist Vomit Chalice, obviously. Put a picture or something like that. But I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate to anyone who watches my videos. Yeah, to be fair, I don't really even like TikTok. The only reason I do it is just like promote shit. Like I don't message anybody. I just post vinyl and then just leave it alone. And the funny thing is, like, it's like I'm always pretty much listening to music. Any chance I get, I'm listening to music. And it's like I'm not going to pause my fucking music to watch, like, brain rot material, you know? So it's all just for, you know, whatever. Just, like, share shit I'm into. But anyway, yeah, appreciate you guys watching.